Hey everybody. Um just clicking around. Okay. Welcome to my first live. Never done this before. I don't even expect anyone to join me for this live. So it'll feel like I'm just talking to myself alone in a room, which it's on brand for me. I'm cool with it. So I wanted to quickly talk about transition songs and how they can be useful in a preschool classroom. Let's jump right in. Let's say you as a teacher have just finished group time on the rug, and the next activity is snack. And you need to find a way for 10, maybe 15, maybe 20, maybe even perhaps 25 preschoolers can go from the rug to washing their hands at the sink to sitting at snack. And we all know that if the teacher has everyone stand up at the same time and try to wash their hands at the same time at the sink, there would just be crowd control nightmare. So I'll give a quick example of some songs for different sizes of classrooms, and tell you why I like certain songs for certain sizes of groups and for which purpose. So this example will be perhaps like 15 students or fewer. These songs I prefer to have a little bit more of a storytelling quality. Larger groups, I would prefer like quicker, more directional qualities in the songs. I also use songs that have specific components in order for me to support the children as they transition from one activity to the next. So I choose these songs in the moment that have an appropriate length of song, again, for the size of class that you have. I look for an engaging rhythm, nothing too complicated, something fairly simple, slightly upbeat, but not too energizing, because we want to keep a transition calm and cool and collected. Even like a comforting beat, a song that asks something of the child to participate, a song that allows for one student to do that at a time, and a song that provides like an easy exit from the space. And in this example, it would be like easy exit from the rug to go to the sink to wash their hands. So here's an example of a song that I really love for my class. I have 16 students this year. And I'll give you an example. When I sing the song, I usually model on myself first. Okay, so here we go. Get your imagination caps on. And we're all sitting crisscross applesauce on the rug. And in Melinda's class, we, class of 16, 3.5 students, 3.5 age going on 4, age 4. And here we go. Morning meeting's over. We start to sing. We could go like this. I see Melinda sitting on the rug, legs folded up just like a bug. Her eyes are looking forward, her hands are in her lap. If you see Melinda, give how many claps? And then I would say, Melinda, how many claps would you like? And I would pretend to think, and I would say 1, 2, 3. And then you jump back into your role of teacher and you say, all right, let's do 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Melinda, you can go wash your hands. And then you start the song for real and you proceed with the child to your left or to your right, or any way that you wish. So it'd then be, I'll use the name Chris for an example. I see Chris sitting on the rug, legs folded up just like a bug. Their eyes are looking forward, their hands are in their lap. If you see Chris, give how many claps? And Chris thinks about it, and let's pretend they say 4, and you say, great, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that moment, you like non-verbally invite everyone to join you. And then you do your claps and you say, thanks, Chris. You can head out to the sink. One other quick detail about small groups is you can add a little movement to it, like their whole body movement. So that song, Jump in the Water, do you know that one? I'll start it off as Melinda first. So everyone's sitting crisscross applesauce, and you can put on your pretend caps again, and you can say, we need to fill up the swimming pool in front of us, or the puddle. We have to make a puddle in front of us. So get out your pretend hoses. Whoosh, and everyone loves to make that sound. Whoosh. Is it enough? Let's add some more water. Whoosh. We really want to splish splash in this swimming pool, this puddle. Whoosh. And everyone fills up the water in the puddle, and then you model on yourself, and you can get up and you can sing, jump in the water, Melinda, jump in the water, Melinda, jump in the water, Melinda, you're all wet. Then you switch gears and you say, shake it. Shake your body, Melinda, shake your body, Melinda, shake your body, Melinda, you're all dry. Melinda, you can go wash your hands. But then teacher Melinda would sit back down and start the song. Let's use Chris again. Jump in the water, Chris. Jump in the water, Chris. Jump in the water, Chris. You're all wet. Shake it. Shake your body, Chris. Shake your body, Chris. Shake your body, Chris. You're all dry. Chris, you can go wash your hands. So that's for crowd control with slightly smaller groups. We want that crowd control. We don't want it to be overstimulating. We don't want to disrupt maybe administrators that have their office on the floor or other classrooms on the other side of your door. We don't want to overwhelm the classroom teachers with so much action. So we want these to be simple tools, easy access in your back pocket. I'd say as a new teacher, just memorize 2 or 3 songs that you love, that you know you can memorize, that you can pull out anytime, anywhere. If you're standing for the elevator even, you just jump in the water on your hand and you just, you can improvise and modify for your needs. Okay, let's get back to our pretend classroom. We're all sitting on the group time rug. We've finished morning meeting, and all like 20, 24 preschoolers are ready for snack. Remember, we want this transition to be calm, simple. We don't want it to be overstimulating. We don't want the energy to get too high. I would recommend like an upbeat song that has less of a story to it. So, for example, you're sitting on the rug and you say, okay, everybody, take a look down at your shoes. Think about what color your shoes have. They will call out purple, blue, gray, and just talk over them. Don't let them derail. Say, oh, wonderful. Save your color ideas. Lock it in your brain because you're going to get your turn very soon. And so you follow yourself first. You do your self model first if this is a new song. And you pat your lap for that contagious beat. And you sing, if your name's Melinda and you're wearing black shoes, jump into the middle and then please wash your hands. And that's it. And in the song, they know what to do. So they jump and then they go wash their hands. And then you keep going. If your name is Beatrice and you're wearing blue shoes, jump into the middle and then please wash your hands. It's that calming beat. It's sort of a contagious beat. It keeps your focus. It doesn't amp you up, but it doesn't, bore you so that you lose interest and like roll into your neighbor if you're a 3.5-year-old. So if it's a new song and you recognize that the children understand the concept and direction of the song, perhaps after like a couple days or a couple of weeks, you don't need to include yourself after that unless you want to. They'll know, and you'll recognize when they know to move on and just start with their names. Other songs for large groups could be, it's another sitting song, but there's action to it. So you get your wheels and you sing, around and around is the name of the game, around and around. Now, what's your name? My name is Melinda. Let's all clap together. Her name's Melinda. Her name's Melinda. Okay, Melinda, go wash your hands. Around and around is the name of the game, around and around. Now, what's your name? Chris. Let's all clap for Chris. Their name is Chris. Their name is Chris. See what I mean? You didn't take too long in between the names. You told Melinda to take a hike and go wash her hands, and then you moved right on without, rushing the children. But you kept that clip, you kept that pace, and that's really important to keep children attending, especially during a time of transition when the room's going to get loud, a lot of movements happening at the sink or whatever it is, the coats to go outside or the lunchbox shelf for lunchtime. You can remain in control if you engage the children who are waiting their turn on the rug in a way that involves their voice and their body, maybe their body in a big way, maybe their body in a little way, depending on the size of your class. Another great song for a larger group, if you need to dismiss one at a time, but keep the pace going, is a similar or a familiar melody. J is for Jack, that's good enough for me. You can even add some sign language. If your children are learning ASL, it'll be the alphabet. So you go, J is for Jack, pointing to Jack, that's good enough for me. A is for Audrey, that's good enough for me. H is for Hannah, that's good enough for me. And C is for Caroline. And they know ahead of time, when you hear your name, stand up and go wash your hands. You go right into the song. I can see that being especially helpful for a class of 20 or 24. And just a note about this channel, I rarely sing songs that are originals on this channel. I'm racking my brain. I think I have 0 songs on this channel that are originals. But after 19 years in the classroom, in a handful of schools that I've worked at, I've picked up some songs here and there. I do have to write them down, otherwise I'll risk forgetting them all. And you never know that one song that you forgot about for 6 years somehow works this year for your students. I really love that about classroom songs. So as you go through your years in the preschool classroom, write down all those songs that you know and love. If you need to categorize them, like this is good for sitting down, this is good for lining up, that's all there. It's resources for you. Song and movement can be very engaging for children who are nonverbal, who are English language learners, who have other needs that are so varied. I mean, that's another wonderful thing about teaching, is that you never get the same kid twice. So this can be one of the many tools that you have in your toolbox. Okay, so I think that's it. I really wanted to keep this brief. I don't know how people end lives, but I suppose I could say if you have any questions, you can drop a comment down below or message me on this channel. I will put this live stream on my Music with Melinda playlist. I'm Melinda, by the way. I love singing preschool songs. I'm not a musician. I'm not a trained singer, as you can probably tell, but I really love singing, and I love what singing does for children and how it enhances the relationship that I have personally one-on-one with each child in my classroom throughout the years. It's one of the things that I find to be very special about early childhood.